Hey everyone, so this is a piece of cherry. It is 10 inches long, or about 25.5 centimeters. And I'm going to make the base of a lighthouse out of this. Now I'm going to do a little bit of wood burning to put in lights down the side and probably a doorway. And I'm going to turn a separate piece for the top of the lighthouse. So I probably won't be talking through too much through this one, because I'm just going to keep turning. Now there is a tiny bit of a crack here with some inclusions, but that might be turned out. We'll see. Uh-oh. Oh, big chunks here right there. Look at that. That's not good. It's all in pieces. Crack. Oh boy. And that's where that came off there. That's going to come down a certain amount anyway. That's almost gone. Yeah. Just going to get some CA glue down in that crack to reinforce it. I'm going to sand up this the way it is. The finish is fairly good with my spindle roughing gouge because it was nice and sharp. I'm going to square off the end because it is off just a little bit. I'm going to drill a recess because I'm going to have the top sit inside of it and be removable, because I'm going to put a tea light in there, one of those little electric ones, and that way you can take the top off to turn it on and off. So right now I'm going to sand this up and square it up. Maybe I'll square it up first. That way I can sand it too. So of course I forgot to hit record when I drilled this hole, but I just used the Forstner bit. It's a little bit bigger than the candle here that I have, and I have it countersunk maybe 1/8 of an inch. So it'll just show the flame above the hole. Now I want to recess this a little bit here. I might have to drill that a little bit deeper, but I want to put another recess in here so that when I attach the top, it'll probably go about halfway. When I attach the top, it will hold it in. But we'll get that done first. Sorry. The reason I went really slow is because there's no support here and I didn't want to knock it out of the chuck. So that should do it there. It's about yeah, I think that should work. I will leave that just the way it is. Okay, and I think I'm going to put a finish. Oh wait, no, because I'm going to burn some pattern in here, like the windows and stuff. So I might draw a line so I can get my windows in the proper location. And because I don't want to, I want 3 up one side and 3 up the other. I'm probably going to reinforce this crack again here with CA glue. That crack. Just make sure it's not going to be on the crack. I'm just going to take it very lightly and mark a line. See, I don't know if you can see it, but I can. So I will take that, put my thumb in the center, there, and again my line straight down there. Okay. Okay, now I can't see it. There it is. Yep, it's there, right there. Almost follows that green right there until it gets to here. So it's right there. So what I'm going to do, just so I can find it quicker, I'll put a little tick mark there and one here. And then on the other side, that's a little more obvious. It's here and here. There. Okay. So I will So I will probably have a little bit of a angle like that over the window. And down, down, and across. And probably just do that. There. I want to get them spaced out good here. Let's do 2 inches down there. Let me see, how is it? It's about 1 inch tall. So let's go 2 inches down for the next one. And if I do that, and then 2 inches down for the next one, that should work. So top here. Yep. Bottom here. Two inches down, top and bottom. That should work. So let's mark that on the other side. Right there. Right there. 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 Okay. There, 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 and there. And I'll put a door somewhere in here. Okay. So, what I am going to do, I will probably just go ahead and part this off. Or should I? Maybe not. I will put it back in to part it off. And so I will mark my chuck jaws, if I can see what numbers they are. I can't tell from here. This out of the way. I mark the chuck jaws so I can take it out and put it back in at the same spot. So this one is number 2. So I will write 2 on there. There. All right. So I'm not going to put that far away because I have to make a top out of this one, and of course I forgot to put a tenon. So now I can decide which end I want up for the top, and because there's an branch inclusion here and one here, I will probably use this for the top. So I will put the tenon on this end. Let's put the live edge back in. And on these jaws, I can put my live center right inside and close it up on the live center. And if you look, you can still see the center and the drive spurs. I think that's what they're called, spurs. There, just like that. So what I might do is just part this off here. I can possibly still do something with this, but there is a crack and a lot of inclusions. But I'm just going to part it off here. Yeah, right about there. I'll put the tenon on there. And we'll use this for the top. Alright, so I brought the tailstock support up because I'm going to bring this down to the outside diameter that I need before I hollow it out. And yes, I'm going to hollow it out. I'm going to make it kind of round here, like a lighthouse light would be. So I'm just going to bring this down to 2.4 inches. A little more. Oh, I went too far, so what I'm going to... Went too far, of course. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is just try this on. And it's way too big. So I will take that off. I'll go down not as far now. I'm just going to sharpen up my parting tool because that's making a lot of furries instead of cutting clean. Take it down a bit more because I want this to look like a walkway. I want this step to look a bit like a walkway here, so I'm going to bring this down even more. So I was just looking at pictures of lighthouses, and the light is actually smaller than the base on most of the ones that I was looking at. So I'm going to bring this down just a bit more. Yeah, a little bit more there. And then I will put the roof on it. I'm going to hollow this out. I'm thinking I might drill holes in it so it can reflect the light out the holes. Yeah. Hopefully this all works. So now I either have to drill holes in the side or I need to cut them out. So I'm going to look up some more pictures of lighthouses and see what they look like. I think they're more of a window, so they're probably cut out. So I might just do that. Yeah, okay. So I will do that. Okay, so I've got my indexing thing out here, indexing jig. Got this in, the pin in. So I'm thinking if I do every 6, because there's 24 here, if I do every, if I want 6 holes, I will mark this at every 4th one, put a line, and then if I cut like a 1/4 inch on either side, no, not a 1/4 inch, but maybe 1/8 of an inch on either side, I should be able to get a little post so we'll do our 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got a post here and a post here, so if I cut my window in between, it should work, right? Right? Right. So I'm just going to take this out. So I want to have at least that much of either side, right? Right? Right. I probably should have left that set up to mark those lines too, should I not? Do that. Now I will just do this, because my tool rest is straight. I'm just going to do that. See? And that will be the post here. I will cut all of this out. Yeah. There. I should put a X where I want to cut out. X. X. See that one, it's not very dark. X. Okay. Ouch. Pinched my finger in there. So I will cut out in between these lines. There, there, there. Yeah. Okay. I will start by drilling a hole to get rid of a lot of the material. I'll probably drill a hole at each corner. And I'm not going to drill right up against the wood. I want to see what kind of, turn it on forward to begin with. See what kind of hole I'm going to get with this. And it is going to tear out a lot. That's why I don't want to cut it right against the edge. So I will come close, but not right on the edge. Yeah, it's going to tear out on that side. On the end grain. Yeah, that'll do. By this point, I'm thinking, what the heck am I doing? What did I get myself into? But I eventually get it all done and sand it, clean it up, and it didn't turn out too bad. One down and 5 more to go. Okay, so I've sanded this up, this piece, and I'm just going to cut the top here, make the roof, paint the roof red. I will paint it off the lathe though. And I'm going to paint this a bronze color. Lighthouse. There we go. Okay, I'm running out of space here. I did kind of want to put a little tiny finial at the top, but I'm not going to have room here. So I'm just going to bring it down, round this over at the top, and I might add a little tiny finial separate from this one. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this off. There we go. Sand this off nice and round. Okay, so I'm going to put little pegs in here, so I'm just going to mark it. Oh, I guess I should take the pin out there. I could have done this when I did the other marking, but I didn't think about it. So just put a little line there around. Get that out of the way. Oh, I put a little dent in there. That's the thing with cherry. It marks really easy. So I put my board back here. Do I even need that? Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. Do I? I guess so. Okay. So I know this is on the center. I've already measured. So I'm not sure how far apart I'm going to put these little pegs. It's going to be like a little railing for a walkway, so I'm just going to put little marks on every, let's see what every third one looks like. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little off more than that. Or second one, I think. Yeah. There. And yeah, I could get really fancy and make turned posts, but that ain't gonna happen. There, and that's okay. So there's my marks. I don't know if you could see that. There, that's a little better. So I have it centered this way, and I have 12 little posts around, or marks where I'm going to drill in the little holes that fit. Skewers. And I think so. These are just skewers that you use for cooking. They're not very wide. They are maybe 1/8 of an inch. Let's see. Yes, they're 1/8 of an inch, or let me see, about 3 millimeters. Yeah, 3 millimeters wide. So I'm just gonna find a little drill bit that matches the size. There's probably one right there. If it's sharp, we'll see. But I'll just put them in. We'll use a tiny little cord and run it around in between. Okay. I'm just going to do go. You just have to figure out the length that I'm going to cut these at. So we'll pop that in. I'll probably cut the first one off a little extra long. I have lots of these, so I'm going to cut it maybe about that much. It's about 3/4 of an inch past the floor here. That'll be the floor. And then from there I will put the lid on and see how it looks. And cut them all off and get them glued in. So just thought I'd bring you back to show you how I'm doing this. I'm using the Tight Bond Quick and Thick glue. I'm just putting a little dab on a Q-tip. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have sanded the pencil marks before I glued these in. I do have little pencil marks between. Here. There. So this is just a copper colored paint that I'm painting the center window frames. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of this. It's nothing special, just paint. I paint the roof red, and the little finial that I did manage to get turned, I paint it black. So this is how I attach the little railing rope. I use crochet cotton, just a black thread, so it looks like a rope. And I'm going to put a dot of CA glue on top of each wraparound, and that will hold it in place. So if you've stuck around for the full 30 minutes or 40 minutes of this video, wow, look at you go. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting my channel. And if you're not, why don't you consider subscribing? It's free, and you get notified if you ring that bell on the side. You get notified every time I upload a new video. They aren't always this long, some of them are shorter. And you can choose to fast forward through them if you like. I don't really mind. I just like to see everybody here and make comments. I love reading all your comments, and I try to get back to everybody. So if you've stuck around, thank you so much.